Hey everybody, Radaman here. Thanks for tuning in to the Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series about being a benevolent ruler in a benevolent society. Here are the rules and goals that sort of govern our community, and then of course the projects that you all have voted on in weeks previous that I am working on. Number 3 there probably could get marked off, but oh well. Alright, picking up where we left off, I have decided on my wildcard. My wildcard is going to be a project regarding the anima tree. But before I start, I wanted to do a few things. One, I am going to change the material of this here barricade before it gets constructed. Additionally, I'm going to start breaking down some of this stuff here because it's not going to be here to stay. So the barricade doesn't actually need to be tough. It just is there to protect the walls so that the enemies don't hug walls. One way to do it, not that it will work exactly for my community, but if you didn't want them to hug the walls but you don't want to spend anything, graves make for a good wall-hugging blocker that doesn't cost you anything. Of course, I can't make graves on this section, because it's, you can't dig a grave in a limestone. Not really. What else? That might be about it. So the Wildcard project I have isn't going to take precedence over anything else. I'm still going to be building my welcoming gate, I guess. Is that what we're going to call it? Yeah, let's call it the welcoming gate. And then I also want to continue working towards the caravan to Mosquitoes Town, which is the Zeus Hammer and the Plasteel. Because making sure I have anti-mech weapons and armor is still a goal. Another thing I wanted to do, one of the reasons I moved the pods, well, one obvious reason was that now these pods are a lot closer to the stockpiles. Speaking of stockpiles, well, let's take a look at this. Okay, yeah, Mathis, you're fun. Speaking of the stockpiles, it would be really good if I got these walls set up. There we go. And Poppy, I'm going to have you pop these doors open. But also, I moved it so that I might be able to put a long-range mineral scanner. And I'm going to plop that right there. I'm also going to change the material of the chairs. I would rather reclaim my cloth. Okay, so now the stockpiles here are... they're all set. They are all set for now. We do need to continue sowing the Devil Strand, but it looks like we just got a big old harvest of rice, which is great, because I was a little worried about running low or out, maybe both. Another thing I wanted to do is fix the animal hauling zone. I noticed that it could be updated a little bit. Now, we are letting them wander around some stony tiles, as you can see. Like these tiles here are going to be building up filth. Again, don't really care, because we won't be cleaning that up, because I have removed it from the home zone. That's what's most important, is that we're not constantly cleaning up the filth. Although this could be home zone. So yeah, my home zone looks very strange. I accept that. It is a very, very strange home zone. Okay, so this circle here, we'll just continue in granite. That's fine. We're building up additional... Oh, right. My prisoner. I forgot about that. They're okay. They still need to be released. Our little drug addict of a guest. We're also 15 out of 16 prosthetic arms. It's very close to having enough for that delivery to Mosquito Town. And then Mosquito Town is... Where is it? was... Okay, how about I just click the quest? Jump to Mosquito Town. Oh, it is really not that close. We can pod there, but it's going to be a heck of a walk back. I might have someone like Felstupia do that. The other issue is I'll probably need to bring considerable pack animals because it's heavy, right? All of the plasteel that I'm going to be getting will be heavy. Hello, Kibble. What is going on here? Raw food of any meat. Okay. Yep, there is a bit of cooking deficit. Shay, we're going to put you back on cooking. Because I would want to, you know, if I form a caravan, we have 3 creatures, Vrist, Wall, and Vreedog, that all can help to haul. And they'll do a bit of grazing on the way home. But we're going to definitely want to make sure that we bring kibble as well. So I took a look at my kibble stocks and was left wanting. I basically don't have a lot of kibble. And as soon as we deliver meat, it gets eaten up. Okay, well. Okay, Zero's almost done mining out these nodes of steel. Animal Grass is ready for a new linking. I'm going to link Talon again. Going up to level 2. Silink, level 2. It's pretty quick, I gotta say, pretty quick. And as you can see, Mathis did actually use the granite path, which was great. Very happy about that. No point making a path if it isn't going to be used. I'll have Zero finish off the chairs. Alright, Karis. You're just a little bruised. We will get you out of here soon. Okay. Denishi's killing his own turkeys. Shay. Site linking ritual has been completed. Talon now knows the sidecast of Water Skip. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. Water Skip allows a sidecaster to put out fires. Wait, what do you smell? Oh, is that biocoded? Yes, it is. Okay. I was like, I don't think I really want you grabbing a random sniper rifle and melting it down, but no, he was right. He was right. Alright, multi-barreled weapons have been researched. At this point, Cryosleep Caskets and then Starflight Basics. There are a few locked ones to us, but I'm sure we'll get them unlocked at some point soon. Alright, so I think the problem here is this butchery. When we butcher creatures here, we need to drop on the floor and not bring it over here, which is a huge waste of time. So I'm trying to build up my kibble stocks now, so that we can do a bit of a trade run with all of those arms that we are getting, the prosthetic arms. But also, seems to me like, Zero, you are going to be needed on the fabrication bench, because we need you to crank out some components, because only you are allowed to do that, Miss Zero. And I'm sure, as you've noticed, what ends up happening is when you use up when you Silink, you use up the anima grass, and then praying at the anima tree will build up the grass. The grass is sort of fuel for the linking. Yeah, you could think of it that way. All right, you, my friend, are going to be released. We never intended to keep you prisoner or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure you got out healthy. So I'm going to focus on the walls first. I'll do the barricade eventually. And then the idea here is to put a rehabilitation center, basically a prison ward for prisoners, right here at the base of the kill box, which can also double as a triage hospital if I need to. So it would be a hospital with hospital beds. An Imperial Trader passing overhead. Cool. Sounds good to me, man. Sounds very good to me. All right, so who's close? Fostupia, you're close. Get those on. Good, good. And then Babaloo. Well, Fostupia, you actually have inspired trade, and I don't think that... Oh, no. Okay, we need the title of Baron or higher. Wow, okay. They even make that... I didn't realize that that was the case for orbital traders, but okay, sure. So we got a bunch of prosthetic arms. Compact weaponry was a tech I didn't have yet. We're going to sell the normal Zeus hammer because I'm about to get a better one. Noticing that they do buy wood signals to me that I really ought to go ahead and sell a crazy amount of the wood that I have. We've got some damaged recon armor. That recon armor I'm going to keep. I do need to start making prestige armor for hold on. Talon. But I don't think I want to sell the recon armor either, because if they do buy wood, I am going to make very good use of that wood. I don't know why they would buy wood, but I don't really care. I have a lot to sell, and I can acquire it easily in this forest that I live in, so let me just temporarily install that in and call them back. Yes. Let's sell you 3,000 of my finest wood. And then that pod drops silver near my stockpiles. That gives me compacted machinery, advanced components. Whoa, okay, maybe I can't afford all that, but I'll sell the spare robes and I want to keep the cataphract and recon armor because that's going to be good for everybody to wear at some point. Yeah, we'll go with that trade. That's a big trade. Relations with them have gone up considerably as a result. Alright, now we just uninstall Babaloo, go apply tech print. And Yanshui, once you're done sewing up the standard trimming of the trees around in and around the base to recover some materials. Most of this mega monument has been removed. Not all of it. I mean, we're still working on it. Alright, so tech print has been applied. Babaloo got a little bit of intellectual skill. So Babaloo, you look good. Babaloo and Chris. Okay, Chris is actually falling behind now. This is now our hospital again. Do we have... Break that down. Alright, so what I'm going to start to do is recon. You are going to be allowed recon armor, or rather ranged, recon armor and cataphract helmets. And then Talon, you need a prestige cataphract and prestige recon armor. And that is going to be our next big build. So I'm going to queue up prestige recon armor, make until we have 1, take 2. Oh, you know what? I think a lot of these stockpiles, yes, because these have been added in since. I'm going to obviously need to update my stockpiles because these are new items that didn't exist at the creation of these stockpiles. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's try that again. Prestige recon armor. We're always gonna want 1. I think actually Bubbaloo will probably switch over to prestige recon armor as well for protection. So take 2 temp crafting stockpile, make by 0. I want it 95 plus, normal plus, and this costs uranium, plasteel, gold, and advanced components. It's very, very, very expensive. And then we're also going to want prestige cataphract helmets. So basically the same deal. Make until 1, make with 0, take to the temp, 95 plus, normal plus. Yeah. And Talon's going to get the first crack at that stuff. So the prosthetic arms are done. That's going to give us a nice allowance of plasteel that we can work with. Looks like Shay put on the recon helmet. No one's put on the recon armor yet, but I'm sure it's will happen. And making sure, yeah, all right. No one wears tattered clothing here, so that's perfect. I could min-max who wears the helmets, but I'm not too worried about getting that nitty-gritty into equipping certain people with helmets first or whatever. So another thing that I might be able to do is I might be able to take all of my Devil Strand, or at least a lot of it, and a lot of the other leathers that I have, heavy furs, pigskins, plain leathers, etc., and turn them into royal clothing to sell to the royals. This would net me in quite a lot of material. I think I'm going to get rid of my royal robe queue altogether because Talon's probably going to be in prestige armor, or Bubbaloo rather, sooner or later. Oh wow, already being harvested. Man, this ambrosia bushes have really yielded a lot of ambrosia for us. We have over a stack. We have over 150 ambrosia now. We have a decent amount of kibble for that that road trip. So I guess that's probably the next thing I'm going to do. Is Faustupia and Shay will go on the road trip. I'll probably switch Faustupia's weapon out. Let's give you a sniper rifle. So he'll have superior long range and she'll have superior short range, which is a good combination. I will send them along with all of the pack animals that can carry weight, and hope that, I haven't actually done the math, but hope that the weight that they will be carrying is enough. Okay, so here's the Prestige Recon Armor. We, I guess, already had the materials for it. That's awesome. No complaints from me. Alright, let's haul the ambrosia. So Festopia, Shay, you guys look ready to me. Probably need a group of 3 here. Festopia, Shay, all the pack. No, I'll need 4. All right. Let's do package survival meals, fine meals, kibble. We can also send items after the fact for trade too. I could send the leathers along. So 16 arms. And this would be a very good way to sell off like my clothing line that Zero's trying to start up as a clothier. I don't know. Don't ask me. But yeah, instead of actually processing this leather, I will go to sell it. I'll keep the heavy fur. I don't know. There. That's a significant load. Okay, Chris is ripping up the remaining floor. And we're starting to load in those pods. I'm sort of curious. Let's see. The Devil Strand Duster I'm currently wearing has 61 sharp. Let's round. This has 105 sharp. Yeah, we really ought to be wearing this recon armor. We'll get around to it, I suppose. Alright, looks like the monument is finally getting broken down. I'm a little tempted to leave this wall in place. I'll make it more symmetrical for everybody that would care about that. But leave this this sort of monument area in place so that in the future, if we do have additional monuments, we could just put them there. And I'm just centering it off. These shelves really should not allow manufactured blocks. Or actually, it'd be a raw resource, wouldn't it? No stone blocks in there. In fact, no stone blocks in here either. We do have a mech cluster. Alright, so we've got a Psychic Suppressor male. Initiates in 6 days. Some mech assemblers. Whole bunch of unstable power cells. We do have an EMP shield. No auto mortars here. I might not waste an anti-grain for this cluster. But it also feels bad to send Festopia and Shay away. But yeah, let me finish the Prestige Recon armor at the very least. So we've got 2 auto-charge turrets, an incendiary, 3 centipedes, 6 pikemen, 5 lancers, no scythers? Okay. The Psychic Suppressor that will kick off eventually. A bunch of unstable power cells, which I might try to keep intact. So I think the opening, what we do for an opening attack is just EMP to shell to get their attention. Now, the other thing is, I'll have to, at least temporarily, set up sort of a kill box filter, because I removed the last one, because we were in the, or welcoming gate filter, sorry, excuse me. Gotta get that right? So I have about 6 days until the psychic suppressor really bears down on us. Not ready for launch, because some kibble and pants didn't get loaded. Alright, yes, we're good. Visit Mosquito Town. Oh, I don't think I sent them with a double bed. So fulfill trade order. Ta-da! And then let's do a traditional trade. So we brought a ton of leathers for some of the silver that they have. We're obviously going to want to keep the plasteel. I'm going to buy their uranium. It does increase the mass of the caravan, but, you know, that's how it be sometimes. Selling the clothing, and then I'm going to have to pick something expensive to buy, because that's way more than they have money for. Prestige marine armor. Gold. Alright, I'm going to buy their gold, because gold is going to be a key ingredient of a lot of the prestige stuff I'm making. So we're going to need as much gold as we can get. And I'm going to buy as much plasteel as I can get. This is such a fortuitous trade here. I don't know how else to put it. It's awesome. Alright, so accept. And return home. So, all in all, they have almost 450 plasteel, 60 uranium, 150 gold, a Zeus hammer, and silver and all that. Oh, it's just glorious. Just glorious. Alright, so I wanted Zero to finish off the Prestige Recon armor before I go ahead and wake the rest of the mechs. I think that's pretty reasonable. And then maybe also construct a little bit of the entry choke point, making it a little bit easier to deal with the mechanoids. I'm going to check barrel durability. It looks like some of these need to be reloaded. Yep, they definitely need to be reloaded. As far as schedules go, I'm going to go with half as much meditation. Because right now, my side focus is fine. I'd like to schedule in the meditation rather than to set a desired level and figure out just how much meditation they will require. And this is dependent upon the efficiency of the zone and all that. Okay, so Bubbaloo, you are in Prestige Recon armor. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is force wear the Royal Robe and have Talon force wear the Prestige Recon armor, just to do a swapsy. Shuttle ride for Yoko, that's probably a good thing. Set to load, Yoko. Because, yeah, it's... when this kicks off, it's not going to be all that safe, perhaps, for them to be around. Alright, so then my shooters... oh, you know what? I don't suspend. Forgot to do that. Zero, I'm going to force you into Recon armor. Mathis, U2, and Yanshui, U3. Oh, I think what it was the mix of the flak vests and the double strand dusters that made it better. Well, let's see. Yan Shui is at 110 overall sharp. Let's switch back and see if we keep the 110. 109. It's pretty close, but that happens to be a masterwork duster. So, yeah, we don't. Yeah. So recon armor is just better. Yoko, you are getting loaded up now. And sent. Request completed. A little bit of uranium, a little bit of glow world medicine. Perfect. Okay, the entryway is getting constructed. Quest available. Animal prisoners. You captured 18 prisoners with no place to store them. Watch them for 5 days. They all are sick with blood rot. And 2 mech clusters will deploy nearby. Oh man, I mean that's a lot of rewards. But let me focus on the problem at hand that we already have. So animals, I want all the animals to go to animal grazing. And tomorrow morning is going to be when we try to rip into this mech cluster. I'm not about to have 3 mech clusters on the map tile. Big no thanks. So if I'm accepting that blood rot quest, God, there are so many. 18 prisoners? I mean, that's an obscene number. I don't know if I can accommodate that many. Not at a moment's notice, and not without significantly neglecting my voted goals. So that one I might have to pass on. For the simple fact of the matter, it is too disruptive. Plus, it would just be us being a big jailer, essentially. Okay, solar flare. Definitely not going to fight the mech cluster while that's active. So we have 3 days of the walk home with Fustopia, Shay, and the creatures. The critters. I actually might do some trade on my way home. See if anyone's got some additional resources that I'm looking for. All right, Mathis. I don't know why I'm picking on you, but here we go. I'm going to forbid this whole wall for now because building a monument protected area is not a goal, whereas building my kill box is, and I know what comes first. And this is not so much a goal either, but it is going to be my wild card. So what my wild card was going to be, or is going to be, is a beautiful garden area that encompasses the animatree walling. So essentially, I think I'll do this in limestone. I am going to figure out how to wall this all up. Yep. That's going to be my goal. Oh, I'm already painting poorly. I wish you could just sort of paint the zone. But the purpose of this is it will be an enclosed space, and then I'm going to put like a little garden area here. So an enclosed space protects it from forest fires and stuff like that. Yes, it could still be landed on by mechs, etc., etc. There's not a lot of fail-safes for mech clusters. There's no, like, you may not drop here, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Alright, so coming up in the morning, this is when I'm planning on doing the mech cluster run. Solar flare just ended. I'm going to wait for everybody to wake up. I guess I could just use the animatree's zone to paint properly. When it tells me it's red, you just paint along it. And then fill it in like that. That's one way to do it. Alright, Mathis, we're waiting on you. When you wake up, it is mech cluster time. So, the weapons that I have, I'm going to have to change up a bit. Mathis, when you wake up, grab a sniper rifle. Yanshui, grab a sniper rifle. Chris, Poppy, you guys, and Nikau will be on mortars, I guess. Wow, Mathis, you're really not waking up. Alright. Sleeping, buddy. You do you. This will also keep wild animals away from the animatree, which the animatree is not a high priority source, or the grass rather is not a good source of nutrients. But it is, the grass can be eaten, so it's ideal if it does not get eaten. Okay, so now everybody is all set up. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody in the whole community is going to be assigned a home. I'm going to make sure that nobody is significantly out of position. One, two. So we've got our recon snipers. I'll get them moved. I'm not exactly sure we're going to want to deploy them. Alright, let's go with hold fire, and oh, Chris, right. Never mind. Chris. Eventually hold fire. I just want them to reload it first. There we go. Okay, so the opening volley here will be the EMP shell to knock out the mortar shield. There we go. Fired. And then everyone else is going to follow up with shots on the mortar shield. Because if I can blow up the mortar shield, it's going to be a lot easier to shell subsequent shots. Alright, so the mortar shield is stunned. Here comes the volley of HEs. As you can see, the unstable power cell daisy-chained a bunch of explosions throughout, essentially disabling a significant portion of their mech cluster. It's too bad. I'm probably not going to be able to get... Alright, Chris, you're good here. I'm probably not going to be able to get unstable power cells very easily. Alright, then what I'm going to do is to have these guys, probably fruitlessly, but attempt to shoot the centipedes. The suppressor isn't going to be active for so long that I'm not that worried about it. Chris is going to go to the main kill box and power everything up. And then all of my animals temporarily will be sent to the barn for their own protection. Oh, great. A eclipse. So the Lancers are going to be the first through the door. Talon and Bubbaloo, once you take next shots... Let's see, yes. Take it on this centipede. Alright, and then my centipede snipers are going to rear their ugly heads here. Okay, they were all misses. Alright, the pikemen have enough range to be a problem, but no one else does. So Poppy, go stand here. Bubbaloo, Talon here. Let's get them set up. You have no combat skill. You're tough, but I'm going to leave you out of this. Alright, so the front kill box is being defended mostly by our turrets here. And I'm splitting my attention. Oh, good, we got a Lancer down. Let's keep backing up. Splitting my attention between the two sides. Chris, I want you to go repair this mini turret and actually turn that one off. A little dangerous because we're in the middle of a firefight. I'm going to allow these doors. So we do have centipedes coming in the front door. But I pulled two of these centipedes away from the kill box, which will make it a little bit easier to get them killed. Alright, gonna go with some rearming. Where are you going? So you, I don't really want you to do anything right now that would endanger yourself, because you're a guest, and there's a quest. Sorry, Poppy, there's really no time for meals. Alright, so I rearmed what I could in the time that I had. We're about to get a centipede. I'm probably going to have my hands full, so I'm going to tell these guys to back significantly up so that I'm just not micromanaging too much. Centipede is going to be skipped at us. It's going down pretty good. Airbenath, I don't want you doing anything right... Oh, actually, you know what? That's not true. Rearm that. I've got minor break risk. Let's keep falling back. Alright, one centipede dead. The other incomes. Oh boy. Alright, Airbenath going for the risky reload of the day. Talon got hit. Hope it ain't too serious. What is the break risk here? You guys eat your meal. I'm just gonna have them all eat. And then we'll continue. Alright, Talon. Just a little bruised. Alright, fussies. Whew, alright. Good, good, good. So what do we got left? We've got a few mini sluggers, the psychic suppressor itself, a pikeman that is really not going to pose much of a threat, and then these centipedes that I still have yet to hunt. Alright, so let's continue hunting the centipedes. Yanshui, Zero, Mathis, you, I know, you all could use a little bit more recreation, but that's currently not in the cards. So this centipede is nearly dead from sniper fire. Whoa! Okay, and right in the middle of that fight, we've got a trade. A little uninterruptive, just a little. So we have a little bit of silver here, and I wouldn't mind buying a little bit more uranium until we have no more carry weight, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, and then let's go home. Alright, so Talon, you are gonna go on a bit of a bash. I'm gonna break line of sight. The rest of these guys, go get yourself some quick recreation. Because you're all, I don't need a mental break right now. Unfortunately, it seems like I can't water skip myself after I'm already on fire. Because, you know, the panic of being on fire. Okay, stop, drop, and roll, my friend. Bubbaloo, go. Okay, he's helped himself. So what we have left is an Inferno launcher. That I haven't forgotten about. I know I'm a little bit over time, but I'm just going to finish this one up. Bring it all the way home. Alright, Bubbaloo, you finished eating? Poppy, Zero, Chris. Skip this one to its death. And then, that's it for this episode, everybody. That about wraps it up. So, I will update the goals to show my wildcard. My wildcard is basically going to make a wildlife, or not a wildlife refuge, a nature refuge out of the animatry and protect it from the wildlife. If you have any other tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments below. If you like this episode, let me know why. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Adios, friends.